Good evening, all. So, we extend a warm welcome to everybody. Thank you for being here with us. And we know it's very challenging time for everybody during this COVID circumstances. And so we know how to be positive during this COVID pandemic and keep ourselves busy. So, thank you again for being here with us for artificial intelligence and machine learning demo. So, we have Nishant from Tinker's Coder. The team will give the outline of the program to every one of you. So I now hand over the session to Akshay and Nishant. Nishant, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so good evening and very warm welcome to all of you, Chem. My name is Nishant Singh, and I hope you all are doing fine in this tough pandemic time. So without wasting much more time, let's get started. Let me just share my screen to you. Perfect. Okay, so let's get started, Chem. Okay, let's get started. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now as I aware of you guys, okay, you guys are from 6 to 8, like 8 to grade 12. So let me tell you what exactly we'll be having in this session of an artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, let's just get started. Just give me a second. Okay, 9th onwards. Okay, thank you so much, sir. So all of you are 9th onwards. So let's get started, Jam. Let me show you something which, see, the main or the major agenda of an AI, artificial intelligence, is what? How we can solve the real life problem using AI, like how we can solve these problems, our surrounding problem using AI. So let me show you two approach how we can do. Let me show you something over here. Okay, now let's consider a situation. As I'll be taking for last 5 minutes, I'll be taking your questions, like each and everyone Q&A I'm going to take it, no worries. So let me just get started directly on the point. Okay, so let's consider a situation. Now when we talk about Delhi, one of the major problem that happens with Delhi was in this pandemic time, many people were started searching for beds. Someone were looking for plasma, some were looking for an oxygen, and someone started looking for something called something plasma, remdesivir injection, and all this. So in this pandemic time, one of the platform which a lot of celebrity and a lot of an individual who don't have any reference utilizes a lot was Twitter. Now, if you can see over here, many people used to tag influential people on a Twitter to arrange a COVID-19, arrange a hospital to them, arrange a bed to them, arrange an oxygen to them, arrange a plasma to them. This is what one of the problem on Twitter. Using this social media platform, Twitter helps a lot. And nowadays, many people use this social media platform a lot to post a review about something, to post something negative, something about a product, to post something positive about a product. Now, let's say how we can, how we using AI, we can utilize this thing. Now, let's consider a situation. I'm a somewhat politician. And all I just want to figure it, I'm a politician. Now, many people are posting and tagging me on Twitter. Related, sir, I require, like from a Delhi locality only, that I'm requiring an oxygen bed. We require a remdesivir injection. We require something to treat mucormycosis. Okay, on the same scale, there are many people who are giving us a review about it. This politician is doing particularly bad in our area. We're not going to vote him in this upcoming election and all. So let's say daily as a politician or as an entrepreneur, let's say I'm from an OYO or I'm from any organization, many people are tweeting about me related to my service. Let's say somewhere I'm going to give a tweet to myself. Now here, let's see how artificial intelligence come into a rescue. Now let me write something over. Let me tag it to myself, as I'm not going to tag someone else as well. Okay, I'm going to tag myself as well. I'm going to tag myself over here. And then what exactly I'm going to write it over here as, I'm going to write something like this. I'm going to make a tweet. Okay, this time we will not going to vote for you, comma, very bad service by you. Now let's say this is what one of the tweet. which let's say here I'm tagging it to myself as I don't want to tweet it to anyone else as well. But let's consider you are posting this tweet on an OYO handle. Let's say you are giving a feedback to OYO handles. Let's say you are giving a feedback, or let's say you are requiring now two kind of message I'm going to write it. One message already I have tweeted over here. So let me tweet it over here. Now see how AI can help over here. Okay, now let me just tweet one more message over here. Let me tweet one more message over here, and I'm going to take it to I'm going to tag it to myself as well. At the rate, I'm going to write Singh, Nishant Singh. And here I'm going to tweet it like something like this. Let's say I'll say REQ, required an OXY, oxygen bed urgently. Now, these are the tweets which I have given to myself. Okay, these are tweeted which I have tweeted to myself, but in real life I'll be tweeting it to someone else. Now let's consider a situation. There is a politician. Okay, now there is a politician or there is someone else. Okay, who got daily 10 to 20,000 of these tweets where people are complaining. People are, let's say, let's consider a situation. There is a politician to whom many people are complaining as well, and many of them are asking for help as well. Sir, please, my patient is very urgent. His oxygen levels, his oxygen saturation is keep on going down. We require an oxygen bed urgently. Can you help us? The patient name is this and he's here. So out of those 10,000 messages, some people are talking negative about me. Some people are talking positive about me. And some of them are asking for help from me. Now, let me just ask you a simple question over here. Okay. Okay, let me just ask you a simple question over here. Okay. First thing, can anyone let me know if someone had tweeted me 10,000 tweets a day, how much time will it take me to read each and every tweet? Let's say out of 10,000 tweets, people are talking very bad about me, and some of them are talking very positive about me. Out of them, 10 of them have tweeted me related to an oxygen help, which I'm capable of providing to them. How many time will it take to reach? How many time will it take to read those 10,000 tweets? Can any general idea? Like I just want a general idea over here. Any general idea how much time will it take to read those many tweets? Okay, yes, definitely we'll be using NLP to categorize them. Okay, but usually, okay, definitely we'll be using NLP over here. But I just want a simple question over here, Pranay. How much time is it going to take to categorize all those tweets? To just read those 10,000 tweets, if I'll go a general way, 10 to 20 minutes for reading 10,000 tweets. Okay, so it says 10 to 20,000 tweets. Okay, that's all. 10 to 20 minutes, perfect. So within 10 to 20 minutes, I can read 20 to 30,000. Like let's say someone is sending me 10,000 tweets. So is it possible to read 10,000 tweets within 10 to 20 minutes? 10,000 messages. Can I read in 10 to 20 minutes? This number is not like digested to me. Yeah, but usually 30 minutes, 40 hours. Let's say someone has sent me 10,000 messages or 30,000 reviews. I got it about my company. Okay. So maybe, okay, 1 hour, maybe, yeah, perfectly. 1 hour, maybe 20 days, maybe 10 days, maybe. And out of those 1 hour, let's say 2 of them were asking me for help, and some of them are asking positive about me, some of them were asking negative about me. And at the last, what I'm going to get it over here is, okay, at the last, okay, at the last, what exactly we're going to do? We'll ended up, if there are high chances that we might miss that important question over here. Now, Pranay already told me that we need to use an NLP, but let's consider a situation. In order to use an NLP, Pranay, do we require a data? Do we require those questions? Am I right or not, Pranay? Okay, we'll scrap Twitter. Okay, after scrapping Twitter, what exactly, how much time will it take, and how does that process will take it? Definitely, it's going to take somewhat long process in order to scrap that Twitter, in order to scrap the data from in Twitter. So see what kind of model, like, see, I just want to show you in a bigger picture of it, how you can help it over here. Now let's consider a situation. Those things I have tweeted it to myself only. Now I'll go to this Google Sheets. See, everything is automated over here. Everything is automated over here. Now what I'm going to do it over here is, just a second, let me go on my sheet, Google Sheets. Go to Google Sheets. See, I would like to show you something. And then over here, I'm going to just open my tweet sheet. See, nothing I have done it by myself. Everything is automated over here. Okay, now as you can see over here, okay, See, automatically I got my those two tweets. Which was first tweet? Required an oxygen bed urgently. This time we will not going to vote for you. Very bad service by you. So people who are tweeting me, I have a record of there as well in my Excel. So whatever they're going to tweet me, I'm going to take those things automated. It's an automatic process, and then I'll be putting it my Twitter, or I'll be putting it on my Twitter account. Oh, sorry, no, I'll be putting it in my Excel file. Now, after putting it on my Excel file, what exactly will be doing it over here? What exactly I'm doing it over here? Now, let's say 10,000 messages are there, 1 lakh messages are there within a day. Okay, I'm getting in 1 lakh message. Now, categorizing those 1 lakh message, whether it's a positive or negative, whether someone is talking help about me, it'll take a lot of time. So here I have integrated a model over here, and this is what the beauty or the power of an AI is, artificial intelligence is. Okay, so let me just try to just put a look over here, and let's see what will be happening over here. So here we have used a model. Okay, now this is trained model. So let me just search something for these two tweets only. Now, let's say these are the tweets. Let me search these tweets. What exactly these tweets are being considered as. Okay, so let me just talk about something, whether they are talking positive about me or whether they are talking negative about me. Now let me run this thing and let's see. Okay, so this tweet was, okay, required an oxygen bed urgently. It's being classified as a neutral tweet. Now, what do you mean by neutral? Neither this particular guy is talking positive about me, neither this particular guy is talking negative about me. How we can automate it over here? We can automate over here by providing, okay, his link as well. So if you want, we can put the user his link as well, who had tweeted me that particular tweet link as well. Now this is being classified as a neutral, and the tweet which I have mentioned it this time will not going to vote for you. Very bad service by you. Now this is got classified as a negative. Now if I'm going to give an analysis of it, I can certainly able to get it over here that these are the particular section of people who are talking positive about me. These are the particular section of people who are talking negative about me. Now if they are talking negative about me, what exactly they are talking about me, let me just try to see those tweets only and how I can improve myself so that it's going to help my election campaign. Simple and straightforward. Now this area is called as an NLP, natural language processing. So what exactly we have done it, we started interpreting the human text, what human used to write it, those texts we used to interpret it using machine learning, ML. Now similarly, let's consider on a same scale, someone out of these tweets, there are high chances that out of 10,000 tweets, I might miss 1 or 2 tweets. But let's say if those tweets are very urgent, and if they are talking about something in urgency in it, what exactly we're going to do it over here? Simply, I'm going to put over here my model as an urgency detection. So I want to just detect an urgency, whether any tweet which someone had given to me, are they talking about any urgency? So now let me just try to run it over here and let's see how many of them were urgent, how many of them were not urgent. See, this particular tweet which says this is very bad service is being not urgent, not urgent, not urgent. Now, these two messages are being classified as an urgent. Now, this was my message, required an oxygen bed urgently. This is being classified as what? This is being classified as an urgent message. So let's consider a situation. It's in pandemic time. Now, all exactly I just want to do is what? I just simply forget about positive message, forget about negative message. Only I need to cater those messages in which some urgency are mentioned. Simply, I can put this message. If you want, we can put that tweet link as well. So whenever someone tweeted, what is that Twitter link? You will get it over here. Simply click on link. And if it is very urgent, try to reply it. This is what, see, making an NLP model that doesn't make sense. So this complete process is an automated process where starting from the tweet to analyze, making that model, analyzing that model and predict that model in an Excel is what something is being done. This is what the first approach that like this is what the first thing. Okay, this will also be a part of our syllabus which will be having it. Now next thing, consider a situation. Next thing, using machine learning, let's consider a situation what exactly we'll be learning over here as. Using machine learning, what exactly we'll be learning it over here as. Now let me set the timer first of all for this session. I used to forget it most of the time. So now I'm going to put it as 17, and this I'm going to skip it so that it will remind me as well, not 17, 30. Okay. Just give me a second. Where exactly I go? Okay, let me click it over here and let me run it. Okay. So I got the timer over here. Now let me keep it over here. Not like that. Let me keep it over here. Perfect. There we go, champ. So this will keep on reminding me. Now this is what one of the application as well. So we'll be starting you while teaching it from basic Python programming and using those Python programming, what exactly you're going to do it over. What exactly you guys will going to do it over here. So this is what one of our approach. Okay. Okay, this is what one of our approach. Okay. Why you not? Okay, this is what one of our approach with it, champ. Fine. Now, next thing that exactly we're going to do it what? Using artificial intelligence and machine learning, how we can able to do a job which is called as in prediction. Now, let me show you something over here. See, champ, this is what a data, let's consider a situation. I want to predict something. Okay, what are the chances that this particular machine will going to fail after some time? So this is also one of the approach of an AI and ML where you just want to do an prediction. What are the chances that I might exceed this session more than 5:30? See, I have a time limit to take it till 5:30, but what are the chances that I might exceed this session more than 5:30? So this is what one, okay, this is what one of the area of an AI as well, subdomain of an AI called it machine learning. Now, this is what the data set which you guys, this data set also you guys will be working on. Now, this is the data set of what? This is a data set of a Titanic ship which got sunk. Okay. Now here, using this data set, all exactly we need to predict it what? Provided that if I get an information about this particular passenger ID, okay, and if someone had given me this data, I want to develop a model which will tell me what I want to develop something, a prediction system, which will tell me what are the chances that this particular guy will going to survive or not. Now, seeing this data, okay, seeing this data is this data seems to be clumsy and we cannot able to, by seeing this Excel, we can able to see it. So the first thing that we started over here is called as a visualization. Now, what do I mean by visualization is, let's consider a situation. Simply, you just need to do it what over here. Let's say, not this hotel. I'll go over here, yeah, perfect. So let's say what exactly I have done it. Now, this was my data. Now I was completely blank what exactly I need to do with these things. Now this is also a part of a syllabus. So simply I just finding out some more information about what this complete number are talking about me. So using a data visualization technique of machine learning, what exactly we have done it over here. See, we started analyzing out of the people who have survived, how many of them are male and how many of them are female. Now, if you can see this thing, it's been very difficult to find it out whether they are how many males are survived and how many females are survived. But same thing, if I can convert, see, our human eye interprets picture faster than a number. So same figure we used using Python and machine learning, we use data analysis library, we converted into the number. So now as you can see over here, out of total people, 0 stand for the people who not survive and 1 stand for the people who survive. But this also doesn't give me a clear picture about it. Am I right or not? This also didn't give me a clear picture about it. Next thing that I just done is what? I have done some further exploration in it and I started finding out of these people who have survived and not survived, how many are male and how many are female. So within just one line of a Python code, see, just with the 2 line of your Python code, even this is also not important. Within one line of a Python code, simply we have able to see it. These are the people who are not survived. So out of the people who have not survived, 0, okay, blue indicates male. So majority of the people who were not survived were male and very few female were not survived. So if you compare the ratio of the people who are not survived, most of them were belongs to a category male. But same goes. Okay, the people who have survived over here, okay, out of them also females are on a higher level as compared to male. See, just within one line of a Python code. So this will also be a syllabus, how we can use visualization technique. See, within one line of code, I got a clear picture about my information. Okay, I got a clear picture about my data. So with one line of code, I can simply say it. Okay, the ship which got sunk over here, majority of the people who dies were male. If you can start reading these Excels, okay, it will start putting your head down, because it's not easy for us to visualize it. But with one line of a Python code, it becomes very easy to analyze it, champ. Okay, with one line of code, we can simply able to analyze it. Now let's consider a situation. I was just able to identify it. Out of the people who died, okay, out of the people who died, what was exactly their age? Whether the people with a younger age died, whether the people with a higher age died. See, so this give me a picture. This give me a picture. What are the ages of the people who were traveling in the ship? Okay, so first class, second class, and third class in ships. So people, those who have traveled in the third class and those who have died, they are a majority from 20 to 30 years. So the people who travel in that ship were, and those specifically who travel in the third class, they were majority from year 20 and 30. Next thing, champ. Next, one more application using Python only. Okay, so this is what one of our application as well. Now let me similarly one more. Next thing is what, how we can use image recognition, face recognition, and face recognition project, artificial intelligence in AI and ML to solve these problems. Now in this tough time, COVID time, pandemic timing, see, if you want to just analyze an images, what exactly we can do it over here is, now for a COVID patient, X-ray, chest X-ray plays a very important role. Now let's consider a situation. We have an 10,000 X-rays of a positive COVID patient. Definitely start analyzing them. After analyzing them, if you are finding something which is coming directly and telling you, yes, this is what the dominant thing in that particular X-rays, you can easily able to predict with an X-ray what are the chances this particular patient might fall in a category of a positive, and what are the chances this particular patient might fall in the category of a negative. Now here, either you can take an help here at the starting. We will be taking an help of an online model, but as soon as we progresses in our session 10 or 11, we'll be start creating our own model where we'll be teaching, okay, we'll be teaching our model how to analyze the picture, how to classify the picture, and how we can easily able to predict that picture, whether the particular picture belongs from a category human or a animal, whether this particular person have wear a mask or a not. Fine. Now there are few questions which I got it over here. Okay, a lot of them are from Pranay only. Okay. Okay, so first I'll start with Pranay. So I hope Pranay have make a data set, just get the text, pre-process it. Okay, use before for okay, before for scraping. Okay, Pranay, this seems to be quite interesting. So Pranay, Pranay have go ahead with an answer only. Data set to CSV you use, right? Okay, see, this, if you're talking, Pranay, about this, if you're talking about my Jupyter notebook, yes, over there I have used that data set. But if you're talking about my Twitter, so over there I have already trained a model, and that model I'm calling it. Fine. Now, will you teach us an automation? See, automation part, I just want to show you what exactly an application is. Now, when it comes to automation part, yes, we will be teaching you how you can deploy your model on a website. So once you deploy your model on a website, definitely anyone come and test it and check it. Okay, you train the model yourself or you use a pre-trained one. Pranay, to be very frank, I have used a pre-trained one. I'll let you know the reason why I have used pre-trained one. See, definitely for training the model, I need to invest 30 to 40 days. Within one day, I cannot get that much data set which I require it. So definitely I have used some pre-trained model and I have customized those model. See, so the model was pre-trained, but somewhat I have done a manipulation in that model. Sir, how did it directly got all the tweets? Yes, Pratik. So this is called as a scraping technique, where we Twitter have a large amount of data, Pratik. Okay, and scraping those data are like, it's very clumsy and a very lengthy technique. So there is a way of scraping through which you can easily able to analyze. We can easily able to scrap the data from a Twitter. So for that as well, we have a technique. We can scrap the data from a website as well using some Python library, beautiful soaps and all. Okay, Himanshin, sir, will you teach us Python from the basics and advanced? Yes, Shem, we will be teaching you Python from the basics to advanced. Okay, we'll see. Initially, our session will goes like this. We'll start with an Python. Basics. See, we know people can, there'll be people who don't know Python. There'll be someone who will be an expert in it. So we'll be starting with an Python. Once we are done with the basics of Python, within 4 to 5 sessions, using dictionary, using, let's say, example of string formatting, indexing, slicing, list, dictionary, tuples, function, lambda functions, and all anonymous function use, and then we'll go ahead with some data visualization library. Once you guys are comfortable in it, we're only going to teach you Python, which you require it for your upcoming project. Now, let's say you got somewhat familiar with an Python. Next thing that we'll be teaching you what is how you can use that Python to make these kinds of visualization using within one line of code. So that will be their visualization part, using Python for data visualization. See, data visualization and data analytics is one of the highest and high paid job for this 21st century. So we'll be teaching it from the basic, and then we'll go on advanced. We're not going to directly teach you how you do it. Definitely, what are the prerequisites required, we'll make sure you are comfortable in, then and then only we'll go ahead. And how is the course different from other open source course? Okay, that's a very good question. How this course is different from other open source course? See, I'll be somewhat over here, diplomatic over here. Now, when you talk about different, now what exactly we provided over here is when you go for an online session, which are easily available open source, here we'll provide a two kind of methodology. One will be a live trainer, like either me or someone else will be there, live to live training. Plus, we have our learning portal as well, champ. Okay, where whatever pre-recorded videos will be also there. So you will be having a training with a live mentor as well. Apart from that, you will be having an offline videos as well. So those both of the thing you can access it. And plus, what advantage you will get it with a live trainer is what you can easily able to interact it quickly. You can easily able to solve it. Okay. Plus, this session is customizable. If you want something to get added in it, if you want something to be specially focused on it, we are always open within customization. We are not strict with this only a particular concept, only a particular syllabus. Okay, how to open teachable machine? Okay, how to open teachable machines? Okay, you want this, Vigisha, how to open a teachable machine? So this I haven't taken, I haven't. Okay, you just simply need to pass, you need to open this website, teachable machine with google.com. Chem, I haven't taken you this example is it's just because, okay, you guys see here, we will not going, it's a ready-made model. And what exactly, see, can you see whenever you teach this model will automatically going to train it. But being on a higher advanced level, we're not going to use this model. We will going to create our own model. Because see, today you have this service. Let's say if the teachable machine learning tomorrow stops its service. So you cannot rely on teachable machine learning for developing your model. No, you need to be self-sufficient. So even if the teachable machine learning stops its service, okay, you can able to develop it by your own. Arman Saxena, what are the development tools used? See, when you talk about development tools will be used over here. So we'll be using some, we'll be using an online software, which is Google Colab, will be where you'll be writing our program, training our model, because for some of the model, we require a higher GPUs, and our laptop is not sufficient for providing that GPUs and that much of processing. So we'll be using Google Colab, point number one. We'll be using some machine learning libraries like SciPy, NLP library, okay, NLP libraries, Pandas library, NumPy data visualization library, just for, okay, that comes inbuilt in it. Okay. Now, next question, can we make games or software in Python? Yes, you can make games and software in Python as well. Software, if you talk about, I have something which I have developed it as my free time activity. But when you talk about games, Shriram, Python have an inbuilt library called Pygame. Okay, so games you can make it in two things. Either you can make it in Unity, else you can make it in Pygames. What advantage you will get in Unity is somewhat the job will be easy. But when you develop games in Python using Pygames, graphics, there are a lot of code you need to write it in order to improve the graphics. Okay, what is Python? So Python is like a programming language, Aditya. Okay, it's a language right now, one of the most famous language which is being used. Okay, and most widely language which is being, it's easy to learn. It's like a programming language which your computer understand. If I want to tell you Kefalal, and if I tell you Kaise ho, both the meaning are same. So it's just like a programming language. Out of all programming language, this is very famous right now. Okay. So Aditya, I hope, okay, I have done Intel AI for youth session as an, okay. Is the speaker admin of YouTube channel name? Okay. I don't know. Just a second. I got some question over here. No worries. So guys, over here, like after this course, will there be support provided if required from some duration onward? Yes, definitely. See, we never ever stop our session. After the course get ended, Arman, we have an doubt clearing session. Plus, if you want to get some help, definitely we're going to see all you. We have an academic counselor to whom you'll contact it, and based on your availability and a training availability, our academic counselor will going to fix the training with you guys. Okay. Okay. So that's all from my side, champ. Okay, that's all from my side, champ. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Now, thank you so much, champ. That's all from my side. Okay, that's
Thank
all
you.
from my side. I'm very much excited to have you on board with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Nishant, and thank you everyone for attending the session. See you soon, guys. Be safe and take care.